talking a little bit about recruiting. Coach, you're heading out on the road. What are some of the characteristics you look for in a player?
I think the first thing we look for is a guy who will be a great teammate for our current players and someone who will fit into our style of play, someone that interacts well with their teammates on the court, when they're on the bench, and then body language, how a guy comes off the floor during huddles, how much is he paying attention to his coaches. I think all those intangible things become extremely important. It's easy to evaluate how high a guy jumps or if a guy can shoot, but we do want certain skill. We want to try to find guys that can play multiple positions as well.
You talk about that positionless basketball. What is that exactly?
Well, positionless basketball to us is guys that are basketball players. They can play out on the floor, they can pass, shoot, dribble. We can put them in different spots on the floor. We can post up guards. We can have bigs play out facing up on the perimeter. So, we want guys that can play in all different styles and systems. And in different sets as well.
Now, you're not new to Reno. You've coached here before with the Reno Bighorns, but what is a big community selling point with the recruits?
I think there's so many positive selling points here at Nevada. I mean, number one, Reno is such a great city, proximity to places like Lake Tahoe, but the university's got a great academic reputation. The campus is beautiful. And then there's so many positive things that are about to happen with the new practice facility, the arena we play in, obviously Lawler, seating over 10,000 people, and then the history of this basketball program. It's produced pros, NBA guys, and a winning tradition.
Now, last year you got the job kind of late. But talk about a little bit the recruiting class you brought in. Were you happy with that? Such a late start?
Yeah, we're really happy. We're excited about Lindsey Drew. We feel he's a guy that is perfect for the way that we want to play, has great size at that point guard position, and not only can play the point, but we can slide him over and play him at the two. And I even think if we wanted to have three ball handlers on the floor, because Lindsey's got such great size, we can even play him at the small forward. And Juwan Anderson's a guy who gives us another body who can handle the basketball and has high character. He's a great student. And he's going to make our practices so competitive. And then the guys that we have sitting out, we're really excited about all three of those guys as well that are going to have to really work on their skill development as they learn our system this year, that they're not allowed to play games.
Now, you talk about you're going out in this recruiting class. Is there any specific positions? I know it's positionless basketball, but you have to replace a guy like A.J. West. Or are you looking for the big guys, or what are you looking for?
Well, I think, obviously there's two guys that play a ton of minutes the last couple years here, and that's A.J. West, who plays the 5 spot and is also a power forward. So we've got to find a big who can step in right away and play major minutes. So that's got to be a high priority. And then also Marquise Coleman has had a great career here, and he gives us a guy at that point guard position and a bigger body guy who can play the 1 and the 2. So those two guys, we understand, are going to play major minutes, and so they'll have to be replaced in this 2016 class. And then also Criswell is a guy, TC is going to give us a lot of minutes, and he's a player who can play the 2, 3, maybe even some power forward as well if we want to go small. So he's a guy who's a multi-positional player that we'll have to replace. And then Luke Striven's a guy who can stretch the floor with his perimeter shooting, a big guy who can play facing the basket or posting up. So those are some holes that we've got to fill with this next recruiting class.
Now, you talk about up-tempo basketball. At your press conference, you said you don't have any plays that take 30 seconds. Tell the fans a little bit about what kind of basketball you want to play here.
Well, we'd like to eventually get to the point where we're in great physical condition and we can play as fast as possible. Having said that, we do want to take high-quality shots. We don't want to come down and just take poor shots that are quick. We want to take quick, high-percentage shots, and we want to make the extra pass and take what the defense gives us. But we've been working a lot on our three-point shooting, which was a big hole last year. We were near the bottom of the entire Division I basketball from three-point shooting, so that's an area that our skill development has got to improve from now until the time we hit our opening game.